plasticnews.com. All the latest from Hollywood, toys, gaming, comics, and anything pop culture. plasticnews.com. Don't forget the IQ. plasticnews.com.
The chat cacks me up every time. What's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of the Starlight Digest, a podcast bringing you line talk and digested Star Wars topics over 1,000 years. This is episode 327, being recorded on October 1st, 2025. I love October. It's here.
Me too.
Finally.
It's my favorite, dude.
And how cool is it that it lands on our podcast lands on the 1st to celebrate 31 days of the spooky season. I got my Thriller shirt on just to, I got everything. I'm
celebrating Tron, so I got the 9 Inch Nails Tron shirt on here.
I don't know if that's Halloweeny, but hey, I busted all my Black Series Halloween figures out, and
you said Halloweeny.
Yeah,
you've got a Halloween.
I made more of a mess. Anyway, guys, I'm your host, Darth Butcher. I've got Scott Solo here with me as I knock my microphone over.
What's up, nerds? What's going on?
Chris is off world today. Joey is preparing for a wedding, and Ernie will be coming in any minute now.
That's the dirty rumor.
But while we wait for him and we look at everybody who's been digested in the pit, I want to kick it over to Scott for our shout out council and the major shout outs. Go for it.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. Chris K in the chat right now says, but it's the second, of course. He's coming to us from the future.
Future is
that's
bright.
what he does. That's right. That's
Is
right.
it bright though? Is the future bright?
I don't know. How is it a day in the future, Chris? That's a great question. But before we get to, bantering with all these fine folks that we do love so much because they're here every week, we're going to shout out the Shadow Council. I'm flipping my hands all over the place because I'm excited to be here. You can't see it. Moocher can see it because he can see behind the scenes. I'm just, sorry, guys.
Go for it.
So we've got AJ from the Forbidden Panel, Blitz Transmissions, Brian C., Cliff, Commander Bly, Commander Cook, Crystal E, Don the Dad Dorn, who was just over for dinner, and I had to kick him out so I could go podcasting. And he's like, "No, I got to go watch the show." So he's probably in chat anyway. Then we've got Eric Grubb, who is recovering nicely. He is doing good. Everybody, all your thoughts have been reaching out through the force to get to him, and he's feeling so much better.
Good.
Then we've got Flavy Davy. We've got Gavin Connor from the Holy Hour All Cure podcast, an always awesome dude. We've got Hal Runner Base in there, who did some killer toy photography today with his Stranger figure. I urge you all to follow Hal Runner on Instagram and check that out. We got James Morrow here. He's coming in from Las Vegas. We've got Chris K., who we were just talking about this guy. He's over in jolly old England. We've got Luke O'Brien, who's in jolly old Ireland. And then we've got, I'll get back to that in just a second, but we've got Mervine Bolanos, we've got Matt Logic, we've got Mufftack is back, Nicholas Schaefer, Obi-Sean Kenobi, Rhino Hobbies, Stu John Jedi, Troy Dodson, and let's give a giant welcome, a Shadow Council secret handshake to our newest member, the one and only Meeks. Meeks is in the house.
Look,
he is now a member of the Patreon Shadow Council community. We got to hang out this week at LA Comic-Con, and that dude is a genuinely cool guy.
Yeah.
If you ever get a chance to meet our friend Meeks, who it's like,
I know. It's all Tronic over there.
I know, right? If you ever get a chance to meet these guys, honestly, you can't get any cooler cats than these dudes. So,
seriously, straight from the SKN. Meeks is probably one of the nicest persons you've ever met in your life.
Seriously,
and he's just an awesome dude. So
yeah. So if you want to join the Patreon, the Shadow Council, just log on to patreon.com/Sarlacc Digest Podcast, or click that little or scan that little QR code right there. Donate a couple of bucks. It goes right back into the production of this show, and it allows us to bring you into the inner sanctum. Anyway,
there is an inner sanctum, by the way.
There is. It's kind of tiny, but there's a lot of lightsabers in it, so it's pretty cool.
It's bigger sanctum than other sanctums.
It's like the TARDIS. It's bigger on the inside. Anyway,
right.
So we've got in the pit currently being digested. We have got Commander Bly.
He
hates Mara Jade. Yeah, we're gonna get into that in just a little bit. We've got Stu John Jedi. Will we meet the twins? Oh boy,
maybe.
Anyway, we've got Hal Runner Base. We've got Joey Covarrubias. He might not be here, but he's always somewhere. That's
supposed to be cleaning the house, dude. You're supposed to be cleaning the house. I'm gonna tell your wife.
Computer, man. Yeah. We've got Chris from like I said, jolly old England.
Nice.
Pip, cheerio and all that other stuff that's probably insulting as shit, so I'll stop. I think I've already covered Commander Bly. We've got Gordon in here.
What's up,
Gordon? Haven't seen you at Target lately. Got to get caught up. We've got James Morrow. He is in the house.
More fellow redheads in Star Wars. Yes. Yeah.
I know, right? Rhino Hobbies is in here as always. We've got the mighty Basil G. He's in here. We've got Hal Runner Base. Did I already say Hal Runner Base?
He deserves to.
He does deserve to. And no, you have not won anything yet, Hal Runner Base. Scrolling. I know Meeks is in here somewhere. Where the hell is he? Here we got Gavin Connor. What's up, Gavin? How's it going, man? For all of our listeners that are listening audio wise, that's why I fill this with a lot of extra exposition, because I'm trying not to bore the hell out of you. Hey, there he is. There's Meeks. See, whenever you join us live on YouTube, the conversation gets so in depth it takes me an hour to scroll through all the names.
Yeah.
We've got Santo 1414. What's up? And Dr. Brantley, again, I'm glad he's feeling better. He was not feeling so good, I guess, on Friday at the
it was
con, but
always
he's
great
a
to
lot
see those
better now.
guys, dude.
Yeah.
Always great. I love it.
We got Commander Bly already hitting us up with the super chats. That's awesome. Thank you.
Episode 327 Star Corps. Yep.
There we go. We've got Mando Mike in the house. Rick Jones.
Rick
What's up,
Jones?
Rick Jones?
Hell yeah.
Oh, thanks, Meeks. That's sweet of you. Let's see. We've got the Mighty Blitz Transmissions.
Our partner in one of our toy chest partners.
That's right. And we've got Matt Logic.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, so there we go. All right.
All caught up. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for checking in. And yeah, we went to LA Comic-Con just real fast. We won't go in depth because we are going to be dropping. Oh my God, who had 10 minutes past the hour? Who had 8:12? Nobody.
Nobody had 8:12?
You're early. You need 10 more minutes.
Yeah, I know.
What's
and you
up,
saw
Ernie?
me. Yeah, hi. And you saw me too. I was like shut down at 8, and here I am still. I don't know what happened.
It's all right.
I'm like,
dude.
oh, perfect. And then all of a sudden,
all hell
how's it
breaks loose.
8:12? Yeah.
It's all good, man. Hey, you are just in time. I was just saying that Scott and I went to LA Comic-Con this past weekend, met up with the Shadow Nose guys, and just met up with some friends. It was an amazing time. We are going to be dropping an extensive video that kind of goes through the con itself and see. Yeah, we are. You don't know it yet, but we are. So again, we won't get into it on live, but we'll drop a separate one for you guys to check out. Just to kind of get everybody excited for conventions and everything and see how much of a Star Wars presence is happening on the West Coast, if any. We'll see. But yeah, so just kind of giving a shout out to everybody that we had a great weekend with. It was amazing. So guys, what is going on in Star Wars? Let's hit up Visions real fast. Ernie's here. Visions is one. I think Ernie is kind of like our resident Visions connoisseur, I guess. You like that stuff, that anime stuff, right? I mean, like
so it's funny. I mean, really, I'm not into anime, but it's Star Wars and it's different, and I've actually enjoyed it a lot, so the stories, there's some that I'm like, okay, I can always skip that one, but there are like really good ones, like we're getting back Ronin, and
that looks great.
I'm glad that we're continuing that. I'm hoping more we get.
I don't know what's happening here, but apparently there's a rave going on in the background here. So
it's probably my fault.
Sorry, everybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
You got the raver ghost in there.
Yeah.
The figure came out as well too, and this is kind of I haven't been in love with the Black Series figure in a long time.
Right.
And I really, really dig this figure. I mean, yes, we had the Japan Celebration one, which is great in the black and white like the show was.
Right.
But on this figure, you expect a lot of the hard plastic out and, I'm not going to be able to do some stances or anything, right? Well, they have switched it up, and look at this. I mean, I can crumble the plastic in my hand.
Yeah.
And he can move and everything. It's not that hard.
Is it the same kind of plastic that they use on the new Anakin? Like the new Anakin? Sure. Okay.
Yeah. In the center there
stuff, man.
to move around. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. So we're getting some new procedures done and some better figures coming out the gate. But that was one of my favorite ones. I don't know if you know or not, in that Ronin one, there was a lot of Easter eggs thrown in.
In the trailer. In the trailer that just came out?
No, the original, the first one. Okay. In that fight scene in the town that there are, the old posters are shown in the back. Fully drawn. Yeah. There's the Japanese version of like Empire is in there. Yeah, they're like on the ceiling, Scott. And as it pans over, you could see it. They were drawn in.
Out again.
Yeah, pretty cool. Awesome. There's a lot that I have liked in there. So
so it's Vengeance is not out, but the trailer dropped. And again, they're continuing the story, which is the first time they're doing that of the Ronin, which is great. Mm-hmm. And I think, isn't there another continuation? Is it like the ninth? Scott, you got to change that. You're like saturated.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying.
The sister.
I really am.
I know it's October, but goddamn,
I'm working on it, man.
Again, Moocher, see, this is my fault. I showed up, and here we go.
Yeah,
I was trying to be, but now it's just
I'm
annoying.
sorry, dude. That was just like
There we go.
Look, I just came from full. It's still very saturated.
Yeah.
I just came from full spooky fed episode, and here we are now with Scott's lights are acting up.
Right,
Sorry.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Ninth Jedi. So they're doing the Ninth Jedi also continuation for those of you who
that one was good too. So
don't
good.
know about Visions. It's basically a collection of anime studios or animation studios that just kind of like have carte blanche to just do a Star Wars story of their telling. And it's not canon, none of it's canon, but they're allowed to just basically have fun with it. And it is a lot of fun. Visions is a lot of fun, even though it's not my kind of like, I think, because it's hard for us to kind of break things down because it's not canon. And all we can say is like, that looks cool. That doesn't look cool. That looks cool. I mean, there's not much, substance, but the Ronin has a book, has figures. And I like that there's people that actually dig it. I really do. I think, like I said, I think there's enough Star Wars for everybody. You know what I mean? And rocks.
I really like that the different houses are represented. These different companies that you're saying.
There's so many of them too. So many.
Yes. And that's what they're continuing on to, or letting some of these good stories. Ninth Jedi was great. Ronin was great. So that happened. Yeah,
when I saw the Ronin, I was like, okay, here we go. Like that's.
And as we talked about before, Moocher, I think that is what was hard for you guys is, always trying to put in your head or that's the timeline. And you see something because it could be very similar, but then they put their own twist on it.
Yeah.
So then it messes it up for you because then you're watching it like that wouldn't happen. And I'm like, I know it wouldn't. It's their story.
Yeah.
You're like, well, why did they show it?
Some of it,
like, well, because
I think some of our criticism was like, some of these studios put they did a story and they just was like, here's a lightsaber and called it Star Wars. It's like,
right. They did some sort of an anime and then they just replaced swords with lightsabers. And then,
and had nothing to do other than the visual aspect of it.
There was one that I definitely agree with you on.
Yeah.
But it wasn't even that though. It was literally like somebody's project that they wanted to put out there. And then all of a sudden it would cut to like Star Wars. And then it'd go back to that story that they were trying to tell. Like, it's got to have an idea how to get your story out. If you just cut 20 seconds in and show Star Wars and then pull it back to your story, we can get away with it. So
green light.
Yeah. But there is one that was like that, like really bad. Where I was like, okay, this is weird.
But again, dude, I'm going to watch it, of course, and stuff. But I was watching the trailer again, and I was like, something. I'm as much as it's not gonna like I'm gonna be all like I'm buying all the posters and buying all whatever. It was the fact that Star Wars is celebrated anyway, and especially this way, where the world can come together. All these studios can come together, create something as again their Star Wars project, and it's a celebration of Star Wars itself. That's how I look at Visions. That's why I like the fact that there's going to be season 3 of this, right? And they're continuing some stories because you never know what is going to be created that actually could be plucked into canon. For example, if they ever really wanted to develop the Ronin in a canon version of it, they could do it. They won't go verbatim what they've given us in Visions, but they like a Sith hunting Sith or like a dark side user hunting Sith kind of deal. It can actually happen if it becomes very, very good and popular. I believe so. The
visuals on it are just stunning. I mean, absolutely.
Yeah. We got Deadman Juan checking in. What's up, dude? It's great to see you this weekend, of course. Again, dude, nicest people, man. I swear. I love our community so much.
This dude gives great hugs too.
Yeah. Yes.
True story.
Star Wars.
Don the Dad Dorn is also in there too.
Yeah, I said hi to him.
Okay.
I brought him up. Star Wars Highlander. Yeah,
I'm all for. That's right.
I haven't seen the trailer. Have to check that out. Basil G. I watched it. It's like it's very quick. There's a lot going on. A lot.
They're cutting in all the different studios that are going to be a part of this one.
Yeah. And
that's what it always is. Yeah.
My son was ecstatic because I think it's I forgot what studio does the Attack on Titan. He's like this huge Attack on Titan fan, and he's gotten me into. I think I've watched the first, 700 episodes of Attack on Titan. There's so many.
I've heard there's so many of them.
Yeah, so
Moocher says I'm just starting.
I'm on episode 702.
Yeah.
For each
Don't
2
make
hours
fun
long.
of me. Yeah. Don't make fun of me, but I'm trying.
He said it really gets kicking in 8 episode 800. Yeah. So,
almost there.
Yeah. So I heard that the studio who does Attack on Titan is involved in this too. It's like I said, it's bridging the world. It's bridging the world of Star Wars communities, together. Yeah, Attack on Titan's peak. It is. It really is, man. I love it. Tommy hates it. Well, good. Now we have. We're gonna bring it up. It's too scary.
Oh, father and son coming together in our chat like no others. I love it.
That's funny.
But yeah, just some of the imagery on it is just fantastic. We got some recognizable ships. We've got one that almost looks like I scanned by it a second ago, but it almost looks like some sort of not a Razor Crest, but
almost a Razor.
It's almost like a
Cressy,
almost like a combination of a Razor Crest and I don't know.
Yeah, there's some AT-ATs at the end of it too.
What's the Phantom, isn't it?
Yeah, almost like
Ghost.
a Phantom meets the Razor Crest kind of deal.
Yeah.
Somewhere in between there. And
Mando Mike, could Visions go so far that it offers the lore or the story? Yeah, I mean, like I said, if something is developed enough, I could see it happening. But for the most part, I think it's just going to stay in their lane of this. What's up, Nicholas H?
What's up, nerds?
Yeah.
Welcome to another episode of this.
Scott, go all the way,
Go
good
to
again, and then so
nobody needs that.
we're just getting into Visions right now, Visions 3, and seeing everybody's excited for it. They know the trailer dropped, and it's just Blitz $1.99 to ban Bly. He's asking.
He is. He's not providing.
James Moreau, I saw Alien at 8 years old. Now that was scary. Yeah,
that'll do it. So we've got some Ewoks, we've got some Wookiees in this thing. We've got
Ewoks with some original soundtrack Ewok stuff, the music and stuff. Rhino Hobbies Ronin is getting its own show, he believes.
I think so.
Okay.
I remember hearing that.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
See, the Ronin got so popular that's a spin-off of this. It's gonna be its own thing, which is great. I love that. I think, like I said, sometimes those are the best projects that we have in Star Wars. Rogue One was a side project that ended up, in my opinion, one of the best things to come out of the Disney era. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And it was a side project. It was like, so Ronin could be one of those things where, again, I could see it happening where they could develop a Ronin character to bring into canon in some sort of way. Might not be what we see on screen, or like I said, or they keep it in its lane. Who knows?
Yeah. See, it's like I look at that. Nothing about that really screams Star Wars. It looks like it could just be any random anime, but then the very next shot you have a ship that doesn't look like anything. This is that Razor Crest-ish ship, and again, you're transported right back into Star Wars, right?
Yeah.
So it's one of the you got a speeder. I mean, you got that hairdo.
It's very familiar, and I quite honestly like the stories in it. You know what I mean? Some of it are very emotional, some are very cartoony, kidsy. Like that one was Visions. Was it part 2? Where had the Boba Fett band, like the kids trying to. So, I don't know. I like that one.
And the hut
was good.
The hut was one of the huts was a player. Yes.
Yeah. I like that one.
The one I still just can't get behind is the brother and sister whenever they're dueling on top of a Star Destroyer in hyperspace. I'm like, okay, calm down. This is not. Let's
come on, guys. There's physics in Star Wars.
It's so funny, Scott. You have so many people fight you on that.
Oh, I know.
They just
a lot of people love that brother and sister.
Dude, Figure Art, to bring out anything, Figure Arts brought that out first.
Yeah.
There's 2 figures from Figure Arts out there of them.
Great. They're great characters.
They had statues, everything. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Watch out, Scott, because somebody will try and fight you over that.
Oh, I know.
They're like, what are you saying? That was a masterpiece. But again, it's great that these do that, though. They bring that back to our Star Wars community to bring up the talk and the, exactly like we said. We may not like it, but there are so many people out there like they're digging it so much they want more of that.
Right.
And we're in the, don't get us wrong, even though that's not for me, I'm glad it exists for people that do really like that. Right. I mean, that's, I'm happy that it's there for people that like it. I'm not going to, if anybody likes Resistance, that's the only thing I question.
Hal Runner loves
Hal Runner.
he loves Resistance, and that's not a joke. He likes it. So
yeah,
I never pick up on it.
Yeah, I still haven't seen it. We still haven't watched it fully because we let Scott do it.
Yeah.
Scott, he was like, "Hey, you want in? You got to watch Resistance, all of it."
Just look at some of this animation, though. I mean, it is absolutely stunning, and that's one thing that Lucasfilm has never shied away from, just having incredible artwork, incredible animation. The first season of Clone Wars and Rebels notwithstanding, those are a little iffy at times. But I mean, you look at this and these, it's like these anime studios got that note. Just whatever you do, make it visually stunning.
Yeah. Commander Bly, he hates everyone that doesn't share his exact opinion. Well, of course, welcome to Star Wars fandom.
Oh man, but no, I'm pretty pleased with this. I can't wait for it to show up. I mean, look at this. We've got Ewoks.
I know,
Grumman.
and again, it's the Ewok. I think it's the Yub Nub song. I think, if I remember, the
I love the pop
ever.
of color too. The pop of color is really cool in that.
James
too.
Morrow, you're funny. Yeah, the Leia Poppins moment is still the only time in 54 years where popcorn fell out of my shocked open mouth. Yeah. The whole movie from beginning for the Yo Mama jokes was like, I'm done. Can we leave? Can we go now? Can we leave?
Yeah.
Ronan continues.
There is no balance without the light in the door.
Yeah, Bly belongs in
See,
Park.
Ronan.
Love
And
it.
I'm with you, Rhino. You missed it. Rhino hopped in here late, but I'd said the Ronan is a great figure. If you're a fan, go to Amazon and pick it up because it is great.
Rhino Hobbies was in Japan and he bought it there at Celebration.
Yeah, that one. But even you got to get this one. You got to get the regular release.
Yeah.
This is the regular release.
Still available, by the way.
Version.
Yeah, still available on Pulse.
And the Japan Celebration one was a black and white version, and then somebody asked, the Japan one is a wired cape, and it's wonderful. But like I was explaining, see, they have moved to this brand new soft rubber. You can totally move it up so you can have them do different poses and everything. To where before we weren't moving this,
right?
That was it.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
that was their cape. That was everything. But
very
like I said,
limited in posing.
I can crumble it in my hand, and there it is. So Rhino is right. This is one of the top figs right now.
Yeah, and the black and white
figure.
came with his droid, right? Great. The color version doesn't, right?
And
is that what it is?
The cloth clothing. It comes with the hat for the droid. An awesome set. Awesome set.
That's pretty cool.
I got it on my Christmas list, so hopefully
it's still available on Pulse. So again,
nice.
I mean, while you're going through that, I'm gonna look it up real fast. I'm trying to figure out the exact date this comes out. It's October something.
That shot is great. Yeah,
it really is. I mean, this is actually visually stunning.
Yeah.
You can't
October
go wrong
29th on Disney Plus, guys. October 29th. And it's going to be a dump. It's not weekly. It's just like the other ones. It's going to be I think there's 8 episodes, 9 whatever they do.
And they did that with the other ones. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. I see this continuing like all over. I know the very first season was Japanese anime studios, and then they went worldwide with the other studios. So we had studios from what is this, Aeon Flux here? What's this? Cartoon Network.
Look at that.
Yeah. And I believe they went back to Japanese studios on this one. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but
you got me, man. I can't read that.
I don't know how Runner, a colorized droid is still. I don't know.
That I don't know either. That hasn't been brought up again since the first talk. I kind of want to put it to know just in the Celebration version.
Right. I mean, I can't see why they wouldn't in the future.
Wrong. Yeah. As of right now, though, like it's not coming down the pipeline. There hasn't been anything else. So like, yeah. Hopefully, we'll see something on that. Maybe if it's definitely present in this season 2 of the Ronin or this brand new story, then
Oh, sorry, I was just hitting that same one.
Yeah.
Commander Bly, the droid
says,
will also have a single
confirmed.
Release. So there you go.
Bly says yes. So blame Bly if it doesn't happen. If you say it every day, eventually it'll come out. Right.
That's right. Hey, is that a Thriller shirt that you're wearing there, Mooch?
Check it out. Again, I'm celebrating October, kicking it off correctly.
Nice.
When we do our LACC breakdown, I will mention the vendor and everything, and we'll see what happens.
Very nice. Very nice.
Manifest it. Yeah, Bly, exactly. Keep saying it, guys. Droid. You know, more droids and aliens anyway. It doesn't matter. I will probably get that no matter what.
All day, every day.
With the background of the Black Series, right? So,
you know, I don't want to have to ban Tommy, but I mean,
you got to go through Halloween to get to Christmas.
It will. Today is October 1st.
Yeah, don't wish it away, dude.
Yeah.
just go to Walmart, their garden department. They're already celebrating Christmas.
It's there,
and stuff. Yeah. It's already out.
By the way, Christmas. I know this is a toy chest talk, kind of, but the R2D2 is starting to show up now at Home Depot's the Christmas decoration. Which does it come with a Halloween thing?
Nope.
No, I think
nobody's got
straight up Christmas.
Yeah, straight up Christmas.
I've seen people getting them, but yeah.
No,
he's going to go right there.
I haven't. Yeah, I couldn't find it yet. So yeah,
he's going to go right there, and Julie's going to look at me and say, "What the hell did you do?" And I'm like, "It's R2."
Just smiling, whatnot.
It's R2. Yeah,
that's right.
Right, Rusty?
You know what I did.
That's right.
She's not home, is she?
Oh yeah, she's in the backyard drinking with her buddy right now.
Okay, cool.
She can't hear me.
Good. Unless she's watching.
I'm sorry. You've met my wife.
Yeah, right. She doesn't like. She doesn't like us.
She doesn't even like
John,
me.
I've been carrying around Home Depot store credit for 2 years. I know where it's going. Hell yeah! I think it's $300.
Yeah,
that's a good hold.
It is.
Yeah, that is. It is time to use it for sure.
Right.
Yeah, Basil G. September was my Christmas. The way the Hasbro has been behaving lately. Wallet pain. Yeah. Hey, stay tuned for you talk about wallet pain. If you listened to the Toy Chest last Monday, Tommy kind of preemptively said that the New York Comic Con is going to be a heavy one when it comes to releases and pre-orders and not just Star Wars, because basically the HasCon is moving to the New York Comic Con, so it's going to be a big event thing. So make sure you're tuning into the Toy Chest and Bliss Transmissions and everybody else who brings up Toy Talk. So, pet adoption, birds for R2. Yeah, print adopt. Yeah. So let's talk Starfighter real fast. You know, we're still ways out of it, and things trickle in and all that stuff, you know. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but you know, of course, on our thumbnail we put, because Amy Adams, if you don't know, the redhead that was in Superman, and she made a cameo in The Office. She's been all over the place. Any time there's a redhead woman involved in Star Wars, it immediately goes to Mara Jade confirmed, right? So we had our little fun playing with that. Scott did a graphic of it, and it looks great. It looks pretty good.
Hey, if you can't get the color and the body and the face, to turn it into a hologram, people. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. Let's Star Wars Slot Fighter. Yeah. So, okay, let's talk about this for a second, okay? Because what we do here is we kind of take in, we know Amy Adams is, I think she's confirmed to be in Starfighter now. And the rumor was, again, this is a rumor, and I don't even know where this started from. There's two rumors. She's going to be a Jedi in the Starfighter movie. That's what she's playing. And then, of course, everybody went immediately to redhead Mara Jade, you know, female redhead Mara Jade, whatever. Now, look, okay. I don't even know how to start.
He's going to get real here. He's going to get real.
Because look, here's the thing. The time frame for Starfighter in this canon that we've got going is 5 to 6 years after Rise of Skywalker. That's the time frame of it. What we do know about the whole thing when it came to Sean Levy and Ryan Gosling at Celebration, they said this is a brand new yes. It's a brand new time characters, places, kind of like time, and it's almost like a skeleton. Like I heard it as like a skeleton crew kind of like spin-off, one-off, whatever. I don't know how deep they're gonna go with this stuff. Now, the time frame throws me off with Mara Jade. proper. It really throws me off proper because anybody who knows who Mara Jade is, what she was in the EU, it's the events of the Heir of the Empire trilogy, and goes on to the New Jedi Order, which the New Jedi Order is the Rey chapters. So that kind of like, okay, I could see us pinpointing it in some sort of timeline. Now the question is,
I mean, that's some pretty sick Photoshop right there.
it's pretty good. The big question is, and I will present this to you guys in the pit and everything, is those of you who are a little bit vested into this character, as far as I even know who she is and what she's done, or just the notion of like she was Luke Skywalker's wife, they had 2 kids, and just went on that whole thing. If Disney puts her in, 2 things can happen here. It's name only. It's here's this Jedi Mara Jade, which 0 connections, 0 sources to EU, to anything. It's a brand new character, but her name is Mara Jade. How will the fandom react to that? Or do they do the Thrawn treatment by putting an EU character into it, changing the character to fit so she still could be part of that whole Luke Skywalker, the Last Command, Emperor's Hand, all that stuff, marrying Luke, and they can still pinpoint, because again, there's still the 30 years in between that they still can mess with some timelines. They can have her die. Well, no, they can't now, because if she's in Starfighter, she's not going to die before the sequels. But they can fill in the blanks, because even Luke Skywalker's story in the sequels just left her out. They just left her out of it. And was there any need to bring her into it? If that makes sense, right? Like the events of the sequels, was there, if Mara Jade existed in the way that canon kind of explained to her, or EU, and she was in the background, maybe they already departed at that point when the Jedi Temple fell, Mara Jade fell too, and went separate ways. So the events of the sequels really didn't affect her character. It just affected Luke. And now maybe the New Jedi Order, we can see that effect happen between those 2 characters. Am I explaining it to
you are, but the thing about Mara Jade was that she was an assassin, right? She was an assassin that was the Emperor's Hand.
Yes.
A big part of her story was revenge against Luke Skywalker for the murder of the Emperor,
the Last Command,
and Darth Vader.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I feel like, number one, I do not think this is going to be Mara Jade. I don't think that Amy Adams, let me put that caveat out there. I don't think this is going to be Mara Jade.
Yeah.
If it is Mara Jade, yes, she would be about the same age as Luke. But as we know, Amy Adams is not that old. So she's not going to be Mara Jade. She's going to be a new Jedi. And that just makes me wonder, are we getting, I don't think she's going to be anybody tied to any specific legend story or anything like that. I think it's going to be an all new Jedi that is associated with Rey's Jedi Order, right?
The new Jedi Order, right. Like I said, and that they definitely could do, like I said, how would the fandom react if they put her as Mara Jade and the New Jedi Order kind of dealing with that time frame, but
they'd
zero ties to. Now the normies would be like, who cares?
Yeah,
like whatever. But using the term, like, it's almost like the whole thing, like we bring up Coyote Mundi, right?
Right.
That could be anybody, but why call it Coyote Mundi? Because that has implications.
Yes.
It's calling her
cannon blowing implications.
Yeah.
Right?
So
I mean,
yeah, and calling her Mara Jade has implications.
Yeah.
Having just her in it as a Jedi, redhead Jedi, there could be more. Like James Morrow is a redhead. I mean, hey, it's like, they are out there. There's more than just one. So,
but we can all agree that they have no soul, right? I mean, isn't that the way it is?
I mean, hey, I'm not saying.
Rusty has no soul, right, buddy? Right.
I can confirm that. Stu John, Mara Jade should be 57 in the movie if her date of birth is the same as EU. Amy Adams is, she is 51. I didn't know that. Like,
are you kidding me?
She looks fantastic for 51.
I thought I looked pretty good by 51, but I don't look that good.
Scott is right, Bliss. You have to be a little bit more.
Just that's the blanket. Hashtag Scott is right. There you go.
About what, dude? Like, seriously.
Everything. Everything from now on.
Now we're getting into crazy talk here. The whole Mara Jade was crazy, but now that's crazy.
Yeah. James Morrow, I got it. Amy Adams is starring as Starfighter Annie, and we'll be singing tomorrow at some point. And I will get up and
oh my God, if this was a musical, it's La La Land, the Star Wars.
Yeah, I will actually the first time ever just leave.
Oh my God, I think that would honestly. I mean, it seems like every IP does some sort of a musical episode on TV at one point or another.
We had a musical. We had our
Star Wars.
Yeah,
Star Wars cannot be that.
We had our musical in Star Wars. Yeah,
Saturday night.
Jedi. Well, Return of the Jedi was our musical. The Jedi.
No. There was a musical number in Star Wars that was that made sense for the scene. But if the whole freaking thanks for that.
Yeah, no,
if
we're
the
not
whole
doing,
freaking thing was a musical.
We're not Phantom of the Opera-ing this thing. No way.
I thought you meant Bill Murray Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Yeah, Rhino, that would be a franchise killer. I mean, there's already been so many franchise almost killers in Star Wars. We don't need that.
And we say that, and it's the most grossing thing ever. Would be the Star Wars musical episode. I hated it.
AP5,
AP5. Star Trek had a musical episode. He's still trying to forget it. It was pretty lame. Buffy musical songs get stuck in his head 30 years later. Yeah, but that was a fun episode. So
no. Let's see. Okay, let Nicholas H. If she's Mara Jade by name, I'd rather leave her alone unless we get a cool post Return of the Jedi animated series so she can interact with the OT characters. Yeah, like I said. You can. I was thinking about this. You actually can bring Mara Jade in properly with ties to the original trilogy. Doesn't have to be this character, Amy Adams, and all that stuff. Again, it could be this whole thing. You could do it. You would have to have some sort of tie, like a Tales of episode that ties this in. You can absolutely. I mean, it's too late now. The sequels kind of pigeonholed a lot of things in, but you actually could have. There's a gap there still. There's two gaps from Luke Skywalker's story. There's his Jedi Order, the building of it. We saw the beginnings of it, and we saw the actual end of it. And then there's a time frame where he left. There's two time frames that we still haven't really explored or plugged in the things. So you could bring her in, not necessarily bringing in they had kids, but you could bring in a character like that. But you would have to, like I said, to kind of tie into who she is. You go back to the Emperor falling down the chasm, the Last Command. That's what the last book of the Timothy Zahn Thrawn trilogy was. The Last Command,
when he was only mostly dead, not completely dead, just mostly dead.
Somehow he let out a Last Command. And it's basically to tell Mara Jade to kill Luke Skywalker, and then basically she fell in love with Luke Skywalker instead, and she turned to the light side, and it was like a whole story. And was there any reason why George Lucas hates that character? Like, was there any reason?
I don't think it was his vision for what he wanted for
Luke. For Luke, yeah.
Let me see. Gavin Connor here has a good question. Would it work if she's Amy Adams, but only in flashbacks?
Yeah. Like I said, yes, there is ways that you could manipulate the character, just like Thrawn. Thrawn, it now is not the heir of the Empire Thrawn as we know it. He's a different Thrawn, sort of the same similarity. I think motives are a little bit different, but they took Thrawn in and they molded him into this canon. They could do the same thing for any character, but I think that you have to do it with Ty. You have to do it to where it's like, this is Luke Skywalker's love interest, because that's all she's known for, really. I mean,
I think that might be part of Lucas's problem. Also, she was a plot device for a romance for Luke, right? He couldn't have Leia, so they had to give him some sort of love interest. Thank God. But that brings us to kind of you and I were having a conversation on the way back from LA Comic-Con, which is like, even having something as canon doesn't necessarily mean anything anymore, because I mean, we've had Thrawn reintroduced as kind of like the anti-hero in the novels.
Right.
But whenever we go to his live action, whenever we go to Rebels, he's the villain. Then we get the novels, he's the anti-hero. And then you go back to the Ahsoka series is a mustache twirling straight up villain, right? So there's a lot of so far.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different ways they could approach this if it was, but I think wouldn't it be interesting if it was a flashback with Amy Adams and Ryan Gosling's like her and Luke's kid in the future.
Yeah.
He's a true Skywalker.
Oh my God.
I know.
Ryan Skywalker. Yeah.
Right.
What's up, Max Rebo Experience? I'm glad the $1.99 to boot Tommy from the stream work. He keeps coming back for some. He just keeps finding his way back.
Somehow
Tommy
returned. Yeah.
James Morrow. The sad thing is that the canon for anything can be and will be reinvented. Yeah, every time this IP is sold.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way you could do it. Now, again, we've had this discussion many times as far as like, why can't Disney just adapt something? Yeah, Bly.
Commander Bly. There's only one Skywalker, and her name is Rey. Somebody want to pass the boot Bly from the stream?
Yeah, no, I mean, but yeah, I mean, they haven't really adapted something from EU into canon 100%, going from like source material. They always have to like manipulate it to their way. You know what I mean? And that's what scares everybody. And again, we'll all say it. We'll put it out there in the ether. It scares us, Disney, when you guys do this. It scares us when you introduce a character from the EU. Just like for me, my favorite EU character is Darth Revan. It scares me what they could do to that character, but I'm excited at the same time if he was like we had a show based around it. Because again, there is source material that you should stay true to, and you could physically adapt it verbatim and be great with it, and the whole fandom would rejoice.
And it would have no bearing at all on what
nothing
we've already seen.
The whole fandom and all the newbies would accept it wholeheartedly. You don't have to go and do your own thing with it. You don't have to. You know,
the Bane saga, the original Tales of the Jedi comics saga, you could adapt all of that.
Yeah.
And I would be more frightened if I had a soul.
Yeah. James could accept it all. And because
So you and Mooch hang out on weekends, huh? You two always claim to not have souls. So.
What about Vanestra Star Wars? Yeah, no.
She's the greenest of all Star Warses.
It's funny.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's so funny how that came up though. Like, Amy Adams, rumored to be a Jedi, redhead, Mara Jade, boom.
Right.
Done.
There's no foundation on it at all. I put that on the thumbnail simply because that's what everybody is saying on the internet, right? Well, not everybody, but most people on the internet.
They do it without speaking about it. They do it without putting it in its place. Yeah, like do it. It's like, well, how? Like, that's what I love about doing. What we do here is like we actually like, can it work? And we could make avenues to it to work. I guarantee you we could. But if they do it by name only, that sucks. And so don't do it at all. Max Rebo, the kid in Starfighter will be Mara Jade and Luke's son. Yeah, he will fall to the dark side and claim. Luke's too. Luke's son, the clone. He will fall to the dark side and claim the name Palpatine. Yeah.
No.
So you have a Rey Palpatine claiming
Rey Skywalker.
No. Rey Palpatine claiming Skywalker and a Skywalker claiming Palpatine.
Oh man!
Look at that. Tables have turned. Right. A son of Luke will claim a Palpatine name, and then a daughter of Palpatine's grandchild will claim a Skywalker. That's a reversal.
Melted my brain, Max.
That's a reversal.
You've melted my brain.
Yeah, especially if it does the same thing, and the little boy looks into a cloud, and the Emperor comes out and says, "The boy says Palpatine."
Yeah. Ryan who? Ryan.
No, he goes into it. I'm Sheev Jr.
Hang on. Wait a minute. How many years after the Rise of Skywalker is this? 15 years after
5.
Oh, 5 years
5
after.
or 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out how we could work Broom Boy into this.
Well, Last Jedi, there was one day in between the two movies. So yeah, it's only 5 years.
There was 1 year between the two. Yeah.
So if Broom Boy is 10 in that, so he's 15, 16.
Maybe he's the kid.
He could be
maybe
the kid.
Broom Boy's the kid. Son of a bitch.
Let's welcome Leonardo Classic Team NT 1987, Darth Bane, aka Shredder. And let's also welcome in
Princess Katana.
Princess Katana.
Mishimi. Nice.
Yes.
It's me, Anakin's back.
Broom Boy was in Carbonite. Yeah, Broom Boy is Carbonite. Stu John Mara was at the temple and born 18 months before Ben destroyed it. That's what I'm saying. We can work her in. We can work the character in there. It won't be the same character, I think, that we got from the Thrawn trilogy and so forth. I think, but there's room for it all, you know.
Well, here's the thing: if she's 51, then damn, you can work her into any story.
Yeah,
pretty much. She looks that good.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
And again, works great as a flashback. I think would be great. I don't know how much. I've heard some things about this whole era of Star Wars, the Rey era of Star Wars. We'll call it the New Jedi Order, which I guess Starfighter is starting to look, not confirmed, not official, but it's starting to look a little connected to that world, right? The Disney post Rise of Skywalker, or just their sequel trilogy, and there's a whole era there that looks like they're doubling down on it, and they're going to put a lot of, like, after we're done with this Mandoverse, we're going to go into that era. We're going to go into the New Jedi Order. I don't, like I said, seriously, I think it's a miss myself. It doesn't even matter if they have a great kind of like story going forward. I'm at the opinion that Star Wars should have ended after Return of the Jedi, but you could find my thoughts over here. You know what I mean? And we should have went back to way back. You can explore so much instead, because again, you're on that rinse and repeat cycle. I don't know what else you're going to do. You're going to change the story so much it's not going to be Star Wars anymore. Because if you don't want to bring back Empires and Sith and Dark Side, you're going to change it to the point where it's unrecognizable as a Star Wars environment.
Right.
And so the destruction of Palpatine, the destruction of Palpatine, though, because Rise of Skywalker does exist in the canon, right? Like it or not, if you don't like, this is what we do, right? The sequels exist. So if the ultimate destruction of the Sith was Rey destroying all the Sith by taking out Palpatine,
right?
We shouldn't move forward. We should go back and we should see the origins of the Sith. We should see other things. And then, if there's another galactic threat, like Rick Jones is saying here, thousands of years in the future, that's when we can go back to that time past. Rey had her moment. She destroyed the Sith, just like Luke thought that he had before, right? So let's see some other things, man.
Blitz is saying I want to see a project on the Mandalorian Wars with the Jedi of the Old Republic.
That'd be great.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, the Old Republic is sitting there asking to be like, the story is asking to be told.
Yeah.
But again, I implore Dave Filoni, if he's the story head writer, if you do it, just use it. Like I said, you could take some liberties, but stay really close to that because it's excellent. It's excellent. Yeah. You don't have to reinvent it. In fact, you can just do it as is, preserve everything you're doing in the future, and you can still go back to the Mangold movie, the 35,000 years that they're doing. Because remember, we are still visiting that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to do something, though, a little bit different. It doesn't mean that it has to be completely reinvented.
My fear it's going to be Revan. They're just going to completely change the character Revan. Yeah,
obliterate his character. But it's just, you run that risk of having a book or a movie based on a book and not living up to people's expectations. I mean, we do have those novels to draw from, though. So I mean, it's not like but everybody wants to put their own spin on things, which is what makes it dangerous. Yeah.
Blitz, man, like I said, dude, Old Republic, it's the perfect setting. You got the Galactic Republic versus the Sith Empire. They have a Dark Council and a Light Council. They're both mimicking each other. The whole galaxy is split. You know what I mean? It's there's a lot there. And like I said, and then Revan comes in and disrupts the whole thing. Because he was Sith. He came in as a mysterious Sith, and then he was responsible for destroying the Mandalorians. He was a pivotal moment for, that whole war. Then he went and became a Jedi. And then, like I said, there's a lot there. Keep it to the game lore, not the novel lore, because the novels get really convoluted. But I think there's a lot there. In my opinion, I think there's a 10-year just peak Star Wars that you can actually take. And like I said, we would buy into it. Hook, line, sinker, and Muggles will be into it as a brand new era of Star Wars. It would be just a revitalized thing that, unfortunately, the sequels did not do.
It would feel like the Phantom Menace trailer all over again, right? Where it's like a new era and seeing familiar yet different things.
Exactly. And like I said, it's a time where it's not just a rebel alliance versus the Galactic War. It's a whole different setting, but it's vast. It's like vast setting. You know what I mean? Like to see a Dark Council, you know what I mean? And then a Jedi Council and a Sith Council. You know what I mean? And they coexist. You know what I mean? And like I said, and then Revan comes and just messes things up, and it's just fantastic. And that's where you have war. I mean, that is real galactic war, and I love it. I think that would be amazing. You know, Kathleen Kennedy said in an interview that they were exploring the Old Republic. That was, I think, right now we're 5-6 years ago when she said that.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah.
And let's see real quick. How about a movie? Hellrunner Base. How about a movie about a Jedi Padawan on the run because he was framed for murdering his classmates? Get this, by their masters. I read that comic. It was okay.
Is that what comic?
It's a comic book. It's Star Wars Old Republic. Yeah, it's an Old Republic era Star Wars comic, and it was pretty good. It was pretty good. There was the kid was framed by a few Jedi Masters that wanted more power or something. I don't remember the exact.
Hey, Tales of the Jedi is a perfect setting for any of those kind of like little stories.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like I said, like what Chris used to say, have it ongoing, 12 months. Just here's October. Here's the Tales of the Jedi or Tales of October edition. And it's like 1 story, 2 stories, whatever. Every month we get something dropped, and it goes
so cool.
And it can pinpoint all these different things, and you can really tell some cool stories visually, and you can really like tie in some loose ends too, you know, or correct some like retcon. You can retcon some stuff with that also, you know, if you really wanted to.
Was that the Knights of the Old Republic comic? That's what it was. Okay.
Oh yeah, Doombot 9000. What's up? I want my Mandalore. Boba Fett. What happened, Disney? Yeah.
Ernie, do you want to take that one? What happened?
It's coming. Just tell me. It's coming soon.
It's coming. He's gonna save the whole movie franchise. He's gonna everything.
I think Boba Fett will be in the Dave Filoni movie. I think so.
You think?
Yeah.
It would kind of make sense if he's bringing everything to a
Cobb Vanth, Boba Fett, Chris Anton. I think that team is coming Avenger style.
Somebody sent it in the chat too. We did not see or hear anything about Mandalore in the sequel trilogy because of course, you know, writing wise, we didn't know we were going here.
Right.
But would it be interesting if the First Order or Thrawn, whatever Thrawn's plan is, actually wipes out Mandalore once and for all, and then you're just
it's all up in the air, man. You know, that's the thing, right? Like we've talked about Din Djarin's role in this whole thing. It's like we're following Din Djarin, and things are coming into the path, and we're just witnessing it. Like Grogu, I think it's going to be a temporary thing, and then like Bo-Katan and comes in and out. Luke Skywalker, Ahsoka, it's all of these things, and Din is just on this amazing journey, just living in the Star Wars universe.
Living in the moment.
It definitely could be like, you know, Mandalore had its peak, it had its time, it had its triumph, and went through its trials, and then it went through its total annihilation, basically. So instead of building it up, now it's permanent. You know, it's like here's that last ditch effort. Bo-Katan. Yeah. The Mandalorians could survive, but not Mandalore itself, right? So that's
if you want to take out or defend the New Republic, having Mandalorians on your side one way or the other would be incredible. But if the Mandalorians are not on your side, taking them out would be a good way to succeed, right?
Yeah.
So Thrawn taking out the Mandalorians would, I think since Din is working for the New Republic, Bo-Katan is tied to the Old Republic and Ahsoka and the Jedi and the whole bit. I think taking out the Mandalorians opens up a playing field where you no longer have to worry about those pawns on the chessboard, right?
Yeah. Especially for Thrawn and the First Order.
Yes.
I mean, it makes sense that it would go that way. James Morrow, I'm afraid we would need new leadership at Lucasfilm and Disney before long-term planning and consistent hiring of great talent could happen. Well, with that statement, like we were trying to bring up last week, was Dave Filoni's role in this whole thing, right? I don't think we've really seen his impact yet until this movie. He did write the Mando Grogu, Ahsoka 2. I think that's where we're gonna see again. If we see it and we report it and we kind of our talks go into like epic this, epic that, awesome, then we know we're on the right path with Dave Filoni, and then that long term could plan out. If we're still complaining about certain aspects of it, like that doesn't make sense, that was dull, this is no good, then we're going to still be on that path 10 years from now.
James is saying higher than Filoni. But Filoni is the head,
but they gave him
writer.
Like the keys, though. You know what I mean? They gave him the keys to that. Like I don't, I understand where you're. I'm sorry to cut you off, Scott, but
no, that's okay.
Like you got Kathleen Kennedy, which is basically the overseer, and she's the yes and no, don't do this, bring all these things in. But Dave Filoni has been credited with the title of like, you've basically now, not before, not 5 years from now.
Right.
What's that? Chief
creative.
Yeah. He's the chief creative. Means that he's in charge of the whole overall Star Wars ride going forward. That's the key. In the back, I think, like I said, Acolyte was the last remnants of it. Skeleton Crew were the last remnants of that old guard. Yes. So I quite honestly think that Dave Filoni could go to Kathleen Kennedy and say no. Again, that's our hope. I'm crossing my fingers. No, that's a bad idea. We're not doing that. You know what I mean? That's who we want in the helm. He's
the guy who could say, and this is why. Yeah. Right. He's the guy who could actually come forward and say, not only is this, it's not a no just because it's a terrible idea. It's a no, and these are the reasons why. That way, maybe stop certain things from happening. But I think Tales of the Jedi or Tales of the Underworld was the first thing that we saw with him from start to finish as the chief creative officer. He wrote Ahsoka season 1. He wrote Ahsoka season 2, Mando Grogu. The only thing we've actually laid our eyes on so far has been that Tales of the Underworld. And
if you take all those other projects out that were just, kind of like all over the place, then you have like the Dave Filoni rule meaning helm at the helm. Yeah. And then those other ones were just they had to see it through. Like I said, Acolyte and Skeleton. I think Skeleton Crew wasn't bad, but like I said, you had to see that old guard through. It was like that gray area where
they were already filmed.
Yeah, it wasn't just Filoni's influence. Yeah. It was Filoni plus these. Now we're looking at Filoni only. And therefore we can make that judgment after probably next year or two after Starfighter comes, because I think Starfighter is his. I mean, he had to approve that too. We're putting that under his umbrella, so there's got to be a plan.
If it comes through, if it turns out being terrible, then we got nobody else to say, hey, dude, what are you thinking? Right.
Yeah, Blitz. Yeah, dude. Like, okay, this is a true statement. Film bros love to hate Filoni for some reason.
Hey, real quick, Mooch, I'm sorry. I do have to step away. I have to go grab the car real quick.
No problem, man. Thank you, dude. Sorry. I will talk to you later, man. Hey, you're all good.
I will see you guys later.
I guess I'm doing the outro.
Sorry.
We can work on it together.
I know you don't know how, but yeah.
I'll do my best.
Give it your best shot.
All right, dude. We'll see you, man.
Okay. Later, guys.
Filoni, for some reason, I don't know why Filoni gets a bad rap. I don't get it. I look at it like this: like he's George Lucas's protege. He came in and did the Clone Wars with Filoni, and the Clone Wars were amazing. He came in and he did. I think he was responsible for Rebels. I was responsible for Ahsoka. You know what I mean? And I feel that when he was announced as chief creative officer, I felt like we're finally in good hands because there's one person to answer to. There's one person, not a round table of everybody gets a Star Wars film and we'll see what sticks. And if the thing is, we'll see what sticks if the audience likes it or not. And that's not the good way to do.
That's not the way to do it.
Not to handle Star Wars. You can handle all the other IPs. Don't care.
Yeah. Real quick, the Max Rebo experience. Film bros don't like fan service, and I understand that. But at the same time, if is everything that word, that term likes to get thrown around a lot, right? Fan service. But if it actually assists with the forward momentum of a story, right? I look at fan service as fan service to me is like the episode of The Mandalorian where we had Jack Black in it, right?
Right.
Probably the most divisive episode of The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Right. We had
people judge that entire season on that one episode, but yeah,
I know. And if you look at the beginning of The Mandalorian to the end of season 3, there was a trajectory.
Yeah.
They were headed on a trajectory. You can look at Clone Wars, you can look at Rebels before that and see where it's going. You see there's a path, but I look at that episode as being the only one that had fan service in it that wasn't really necessary to the story, right? Yeah. You had not clones. You had battle droids. Yeah. You had Christopher Lloyd as a former separatist. You had all of these terms and these names being thrown around, but it didn't do anything to serve the story. So, and I'm like Rhino Hobbies. I like being service too, man. It's
but make honestly it worth it.
Yeah, but make it worth it. If
Yeah, I guess there's a difference between cameos and fan service, right? Like people need to redefine what they mean by fan service, because let's take the Mando trailer, look at the AT-ATs and stuff, and that whole hallway scene of the AT-AT of him, Din Djarin just mowing down. Well, people could perceive that as, oh, that's fan service because it's familiar, it's just action packed, it just serves the purpose of like just getting fanboys up and roar. Or like I said, obviously it's part of the thing, but might not be a huge plot. And it's just visually and amazing, but then it's like people are calling that kind of stuff fan service.
But if you see, his whole purpose is now working for the new freaking Republic, hunting down Imperials.
Yeah,
and you're going to do that in an Imperial.
It's part of the plot, right? Exactly. But people will look at it, and they go, "Oh, they just did put AT-ATs just because of like." It's people like they just want at it. Oh, Luke Skywalker coming in and just mowing down these and taking Grogu. That was fans. It's like, no, that was actually a plot point to bring us to Grogu's story.
Story. Yeah. And it got Ahsoka involved in it, and it shows that it shows that they are part of the greater galaxy. Yeah. It's not fan service.
Well, like I said, the people I think that complain about it to the point where they harass actors and stuff, they don't understand the term. They don't understand what they're angry about. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I want to bring attention to the SKN network real fast. SKN wanted to personally thank our Starlight brothers for all the support at LA Comic-Con. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We are honored to even just to share podcasts with you guys, the network and stuff, and seeing you guys in your guys' environment at LA Comic-Con was awesome. And I can't wait to see what that group does. I'm just going to reiterate that Scott and I are going to sit down and we're going to revisit LA Comic-Con properly. We're going to kind of break it down what that show was, because again, it exceeded my expectations on that kind of convention on this side.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So, and we'll have a lot to say about SKN. We'll have a lot to say of people who we met and stuff. So look forward to that pretty soon.
And part of that is also going to be a giveaway that came directly from the SKN booth. They had a very special thing, and I got it. I was actually able I picked the right one. I got the special. I'm not going to give it all away, but right. I'm not going to give away what it was just yet, but we are going to give that away as part of that conversation. And it is going to allow you a lifetime discount on Shadow Nose Network's product whenever they get a
G.I. Joe.
So
no,
it is not a G.I. Joe. No.
But yeah, I just wanted to kind of break in and give that little promo, to see what we've been working on here. But yeah, I mean, to close out, guys, like, I think it's funny how, like I said, when people are, James Morrow, 100%. The label that so much is fan service that phrases don't mean anything. It's 100% true. It becomes very watered down because everybody has their interpretation. Then they'll just throw, if they don't like it as fan service, like, if they don't, that happened. Chris Stanton's in it because of fan service. Like, well, first off, he's a badass character. He did badass things in Book of Fett, and his story progressed. It was like a whole thing, Yeah. We're going to have Star Wars. We're going to have familiar things. People throw around the label of that TIE Fighter is in there just because it's fan service. Then it's becomes zero meaning. You know what I mean? So I think like last week on our podcast, getting a little trouble of oversimplifying a lot of things in Star Wars too. What we like to do is overcomplicate it. You know what I mean? So we like to take a scene like the AT-AT hallway scene and just go into like the whys, who's, when, why, how, all of that stuff, etc. And it's fun. We like playing in the sandbox, right? So if playing in the sandbox gets you to like fold your arms and say everything is fan service or whatever, then I don't know how to help you. Like, I don't know how I don't know how any kind of podcast or any kind of community is going to help you. Just enjoy it. Like, just live in the Star Wars moment, and go to a celebration. That'll change your mind on everything. So
go to freaking LA Comic-Con. Holy crap.
Max Rebo, Garza Whip, hiring Max Rebo was my favorite fan service. By the way, there's a lot of debate on there on if Max Rebo survived.
Madam
she
Garza
did.
is my favorite bit of fan service.
But she did.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that Max Rebo is not dead. Max Rebo lives. He was not in the bar when it blew up. I think they purposely focused on that. So
yeah.
Commander Bly, $4.99 super chat. Rather than create anything original myself, I prefer to sit back and hate on other people's work. That makes me an intellectual. There's a whole divisive community out there that have their own lane, and it's just like it. The next Star Wars movie could be like this most epic adventure, and they still would be like, no. Well,
yeah,
look, Blitz Transmissions had one of probably the most divisive shows the other day. When he's when just be careful over there when they start talking on their hot takes. A lot of fun, but damn it, man, there's some hot takes that just would deliberately try to piss us off, and it worked. But
that freaking Blitz Transmission.
If you know, and if you don't, you got to go check it out. But I tend to do this to myself. I tend to I'm not wrong either. There's original trilogy and there's everything else, and but the thing is, I'm not. I will defend, and I can't say anything is better than original trilogy ever in my entire life. But here's the thing: I'm not mean about it, or do I downplay anything else? If something could be amazing and Star Wars driven, I'll be like that. I love it. So Rogue One, Andor is probably my favorite things that come out of the Disney era.
Yeah,
but will I ever put that as far as that's my favorite because Star Wars the original trilogy is a foundation, and everything's built on that foundation. You cannot break it, or you cannot get rid of it. You can only build on top of it. Everything else just makes that foundation better. And yes, it's dated. It's 1977, 1981, you know what I mean? 83. And so, but the things you got to look past that stuff. 80, sorry. You know what I mean? You got to look past that stuff and be like, there's something special about the original trilogy that everything else comes after it is bonus material. And you can, like I said, you can never ever, what is chat is so funny.
They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I mean, 212 Hunter got me here. Commander Cook got me with the most. Oh my goodness, Cook.
What did he say? I missed it.
Oh, he said I can't even repeat what he said.
Oh, no.
But I love the dude. I don't care.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, guys. The greatest thing about doing anything is that people could say it, and it gets their personal. Star Wars is your personal journey. And I can't sit there and tell Scott or Commander Cook like this is how you should do it because I believe it to be true, and vice versa, right? You're not gonna tell me to negate original trilogy stuff.
It's like people hating on other people for backing the lat, right? It's
right.
Concept. Get over yourself.
It's just but I absolutely 100% respect everybody's personal journey, and I love it and I embrace it, and I want to see that go forward, right? So when we go back and forth on things, it's not to negate your personal journey. It's just to have a discourse. That's all.
Right. Have we already had our one F-bomb this
no
episode, or no? Okay. Blitz Transmissions, The Force Awakens did A New Hope better than A New Hope.
That's what Commander Cook said.
Fuck that. Sorry. No.
That's what Commander Cook said. And like I said, I was there too. I still look, guys. I'm gray. I'm gray and bald and old. I got grayer, balder, and older that moment.
That's right. He still had hair on his head a little bit right back here before that episode. Yeah. Star Wars 77.
No, Howlrunner. Yeah, so it's funny, dude. It's like I said, I respect everybody's personal journeys, and if someone genuinely feels that way, then I can't. I'm not gonna stand in your way. I'm not here to stand in your way. You know what I mean?
You're wrong.
Santo 14. Who walked up to you guys and said, "What's up, nerds?"
That would be
Meeks.
Meeks.
Yeah.
Meeks did it. That's right.
First of all,
Meeks.
Santo, where were you?
Yeah,
Where
we didn't
were
see
you? You're local enough, man. I was looking forward to seeing Santo.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Let's guilt trip him like big time.
We will. Santo, I can't. We went there only to see you, man. That was it. That's the whole reason we were there.
Yeah, I even told I said, "Hey, wait, you gotta wait till Santo says it." Like,
yeah.
But yeah, Meeks won the Commander Cody.
He did. It's funny the comment though that Bly made about I think it was Bly. He made the comment about reviewers rather than create anything original myself. There's a song by Oingo Boingo called Imposter. Listen to the lyrics of that song if you like old 80s new wave bands. It's a great song. And you should, because Oingo Boingo, Danny Elfman, they're amazing.
Absolutely.
But you should listen to that song, and it sums that up perfectly.
Yeah. Well, again, like it's just cool to play in the sandbox of Star Wars. If Blitz, if you're gonna have that kind of energy, man, I can't survive it. I can't survive it. I have heart problems over here. But anyway, no, it's always a lot of fun. So, all right, guys. Well, let's get out of here. I think that was cool. It's always great to bring you the state of Star Wars every week. That's what I'm going to be calling this, the Wednesday show. It's like the news and rumors.
State of the Union.
It's the State of the Union. Where is Star Wars standing this week, and where's the discourse, and where's the good and the bad and all of that stuff. Just make sure I'm in your wheel. Wow. I have a whole shelf of clones, Tommy, with your name on it, man. Let's.
James Morrow. Yes.
So Thanksgiving. I canceled Netflix and I'll put it back up Thanksgiving just for Stranger Things. Like that's the thing. Yeah, hell yeah. We get all of it this month. It's awesome. Santo, I wish I could have gone, but I have a lot of pre-order. Yeah, I totally
get that, man.
Look, man, the fact that Scott and I spent $72 on 2 barbecue sandwiches should tell you everything you should know about attending a convention anymore. And I don't know if that's a West Coast thing or what, but it was like $72 for 2 sandwiches, which were good.
And cornbread.
Yeah, okay, it came with okay.
What really threw us over the top though was Mooch's grape soda.
Yeah, I saw
the grape
soda.
crush.
I had to have it. So
the grape crush, which he stood there and ordered. Could I get the orange crush grape?
Yeah, because I wanted both. Yeah, I wanted both. That should tell you everything you should know about what's the coming. Again, we have New York Comic Con to report on. In fact, the toy chest, we will be back with the toy chest on Monday. That's going to be the week before New York Comic Con. So we might do a double one like we always do, where we might do both Mondays back to back. One is a pre New York Comic Con / HasCon, post New York Comic Con / HasCon the following Monday, just to kind of bring all the reporting in and see how many things we've pre-ordered. So
yeah. And also, just so you guys are aware, this weekend I'm going to be recording some more toy reviews. So we're going to have toy reviews coming up, but I have 37 figures to open and review. That is how hard Hasbro has and some McFarlane have been hitting me over the head lately between G.I. Joe, DC, and Star Wars, man.
They're trying to hit us. They're trying to hit us before the holiday rush plus the pre-order tidal wave that's coming. Hellrunner, you're right, it starts the 9th, I believe, and that's going to be the HasCon day, the Star Wars day too. So October 9th.
Alexander, hell, you were able to.
Sorry.
Hell, you were able to buy food. They denied my credit.
Should have told us, man.
It's because you need a second. You need to take a second out on your mortgage in order to afford the food. So
yeah. What's the Darth Moocher say? Double ended? Did Darth Moocher say double ended? I don't. On what? What's the context?
Kids We're gonna get dirty real quick here.
Yeah. James Morrow. Also Hasbro Polosaurus team live stream is on. Yeah, the 9th. Yep, that's gonna be the day to watch. Yeah.
That's a very good question, because there was a I think earlier in our stream we talked about something that I happen to win that I'm going to be giving away that may or may not be a golden pot-bellied panda.
Yeah, head over to the SKN, links in the description below, and of course Holy Grail Toys, where you could find out about Potbelly Panda and what that's all about. That's really cool, by the way. But John Cena, what's up?
What's up, John?
About Darth Plagueis figure. I think they would win the con if they came out with a Darth Plagueis figure. Black Series.
Absolutely. I mean, we've already had him in Black Series 3 3/4 inch.
Yeah.
It was vintage collection, and that's a pretty damn cool figure. But man, if they went all in and give him those long, creepy fingers and the hood and the whole bit, and give him
Just do it. Just do it.
All over it.
He would sell out.
There's no reason not to. I mean, of all the things in Acolyte, there were 2 things that were super cool. That was the Stranger killing a bunch of Jedi, doing his thing, and Darth Plagueis.
So do it. You would sell the hell. You would sell that. It would be a no-brainer, dude. It'd be absolute no-brainer that would sell out.
It wouldn't even make it to Ross like the others are. It would sell out.
Exactly. Hey, by the way, Ross, check your local Rosses, because there's a lot of things coming out. Anyway, let's get out of here. I want to tell you guys that our membership is now live, and our channel membership, and we're gonna have a giveaway of that All Sabers that Scott did a review. It's on now. The review is live right now, so you can learn all about the Saber. We're opening it up to our Patreon and our channel members as a giveaway. That'll be a special video that you guys can only see to give away that Saber. We're trying to work on a lot of other giveaways for the channel and stuff. And so just stay tuned. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So with that, Scott, Monday is our toy chest. So stay tuned for there. Down in the link below, we have all the links to all affiliates. We have Blitz Transmissions, Alex. We have SKN Network is linked on there, and Fallen Fett Chronicles plus I got to do this. Boink. You see that? I know it's kind of way back there.
Wait a minute. There we go.
But Moocher's 3D printing lab, and I'll put it on, I think.
Ooh,
there we go.
Look at that.
I will put it on that one. You can see how I made that. And you can see what else is coming soon. With that, so the link is in the description below to join that channel and get involved and everything. If you love 3D printing and Star Wars and droid building, then I'm trying to hit it all. Happy October 1st to everybody. We've got 31 days. If you want my extensive list of movies to watch for Halloween, I will put that out there. Today, you should be starting with Dead Alive. I think that's a great movie to start with. Just go with it. I always started with The Mist a long time ago. Like every October 1st, I'd watch The Mist. But Mist is a little bit too depressing. So
Dead Alive is a downer.
So Dead Alive gets you in the mood. Of just gore and comedy and all that stuff. So anyway, no, Hocus Pocus. Yeah, I mean, hey, that Hocus Pocus is on. It's like later down the line, but that's if you have like,
if that's your thing, then awesome, man. So also just real quick, we do have a new affiliate, and that affiliate is All Sabers. I'll make sure in the replay I will add the link in the description below. There is, if for some reason they decide to put Killer Clowns from Outer Space,
that's on the list, dude. That's on the list.
There we go.
Later in October.
There will be an affiliate link for All Sabers if you decide to give them a look-see. There's some pretty freaking cool stuff on their page, and they reached out, they gave us a Saber to review, and now we're going to give that to you. But you've got to find you've got to find the review, watch the review, like the review, and then we will continue.
Yes. Yeah, Commander Blythe, just watch that. Like, that's scary enough for me. The power of scary.
Power of scary.
All right, guys. Well, again, thank you guys so much. We will see you on the next video, and in Discord and all that good stuff, and all the affiliate links. So with that, Scott,
keep it nerdy, everybody. Bye-bye.
This is Grand Admiral Thrawn. You are listening to the Sarlacc Digest. What a fascinating play on words.